Welcome to History Behind the Mystery, your one-stop channel for intriguing historical facts. Today, we dive into the history of Christmas, starting from the birth of Jesus Christ. Born in the humble town of Bethlehem, Judea, Jesus' birth is a tale told and retold for centuries. However, the actual date of his birth remains shrouded in mystery. Various theories have emerged over the years, with dates ranging from spring to winter. Yet in the early 4th century, the church settled on a date that would forever be etched in history, December 25th. This decision, some argue, was strategic, coinciding with the winter solstice and various pagan festivals, thus making the new Christian holiday more acceptable to the population. Regardless of the reasoning behind the choice of date, this momentous event in Bethlehem set the stage for what would become a beloved global celebration. The birth of Jesus Christ, an event that would eventually give rise to the holiday we now know as Christmas. With the birth of Jesus Christ established, let's explore the early celebrations of Christmas. The first Christmas celebrations were quite different from our modern traditions. Initially, Christmas wasn't celebrated as a major holiday. In fact, it didn't even make the list of important early Christian feasts. The primary focus was on Epiphany, a day that recognized the arrival of the wise men or magi to see baby Jesus. The first recorded instance of Christmas being celebrated on December 25th wasn't until the 4th century. Before that, the birth of Jesus was speculated to be in spring, since shepherds were tending their flocks overnight, something not typically done in the cold winter months. Now, the early celebrations of Christmas were not the quiet family-focused celebrations we know today. They were actually rowdy and raucous, more akin to a carnival than a quiet night in. The holiday was celebrated with feasting, drinking, and yes, even a touch of mischief. It was a time for the community to come together, celebrate the end of the year, and look forward to the coming spring. As Christianity spread throughout Europe, so did the celebration of Christmas. However, the church wasn't quite happy with the boisterous celebrations. In the Middle Ages, the church began to push for a more religious observation of Christmas. This shift saw the introduction of midnight masses and nativity plays, focusing more on the birth of Jesus and less on feasting and merrymaking. By the end of the Middle Ages, Christmas had evolved into a more solemn holiday with a greater focus on family and charity. The raucous celebrations of the past were largely replaced by quieter, more introspective traditions. The carnival-like atmosphere gave way to a time of reflection and giving, a trend that continues into our modern celebration of Christmas. So, from a carnival-like festivity, Christmas evolved into a solemn religious holiday. Now, let's delve into a key figure associated with Christmas, Santa Claus. Our story begins in the 4th century with a Greek bishop known as Saint Nicholas. Born in Patara, a region in modern-day Turkey, he was revered for his kindness and generosity. Folklore tells of how he would frequently help the poor and give secret gifts to people in need. His reputation for secret gift-giving, such as putting coins in the shoes of those who left them out for him, became a staple in his legacy. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, the figure of Saint Nicholas was celebrated across Europe on his feast day, December 6th. In some countries like the Netherlands, children would leave shoes out on the eve of St. Nicholas's Day, hoping to find gifts from the generous bishop by morning. As time passed, the figure of St. Nicholas began to morph, influenced by folklore, legend, and cultural changes. In the early 19th century, American writer Washington Irving referred to St. Nicholas as the patron saint of New York in his book, The History of New York. He described Nicholas as a rotund, pipe-smoking, jolly old elf, a portrayal that began to take hold. Then in 1822, Clement Clarke Moore wrote a poem for his daughters, A Visit from St. Nicholas, more commonly known as The Night Before Christmas. This poem popularized the image of Santa Claus as we know him today, a jolly old man with a white beard, red suit, and a sleigh pulled by reindeer. The transformation of St. Nicholas into Santa Claus continued into the 20th century, with artists and advertisers adding their touches, culminating in the rosy-cheeked jolly figure we all recognize. Today, Santa Claus is synonymous with the spirit of giving and joy during the Christmas season. From a generous bishop to a jolly gift bringer, the evolution of Santa Claus is as fascinating as the holiday itself. Having explored the historic journey of Christmas, we now turn our attention to the importance of Christmas in today's world. Christmas, as we know it now, is celebrated by billions worldwide, regardless of religious affiliation. It is a time for family gatherings when loved ones come together to share meals, exchange gifts, and create lasting memories. Christmas is also synonymous with the spirit of giving, extending beyond the physical act of gift exchange to acts of kindness and charity. It's a time when we are reminded of the importance of helping those less fortunate and spreading joy to all. The message of peace and goodwill, fundamental to the Christmas story, remains relevant even today. It serves as a reminder of our shared humanity and the potential for peace and unity among all people. Christmas today is a global celebration of love, peace, and goodwill, bringing families and communities together. Let's now recap the key points we've covered in this journey through the history of Christmas. We started with the birth of Jesus Christ, a significant event that took place in Bethlehem, Judea. The exact date of his birth remains a subject of debate among scholars, but the early 4th century church settled upon December 25th as the day to celebrate it. We then looked at the early celebrations of Christmas, which evolved over time and took on different forms across various cultures. This brought us to the story of Santa Claus, a figure rooted in folklore who has become an iconic symbol of Christmas. Finally, we discussed the importance of Christmas in the modern world. Today, this holiday is celebrated worldwide, not only for its religious significance, but also for the universal values of love, peace, and goodwill it promotes. So there you have it, the fascinating history of Christmas, a holiday that continues to spread joy and warmth around the world. Thank you for joining History Behind the Mystery. Until next time, keep exploring the past.